Hey everyone, this is Evie here. I am going to do something a little differently today. I am going to sit here, watch my video, and narrate a little bit what I'm doing here with this picture. This is the Tower card for the J Shadows Tarot. And here I am. I do got a reference photo, and I've decided actually to kind of do my own thing, even though I had a reference photo and I kind of did an outline. I did do a lightning bolt there, but I decided to change my mind, and I am dreadfully sorry that the camera will be out of focus here for a little bit too, and I can't really help that part, but I can't really control these things when I'm filming and when I'm painting at the same time, so sorry about that. But yeah, I decided to go get rid of that lightning bolt, and I did use reference photos and stuff like that for throughout this painting. However, it did not look anything like any of the reference photos that I did use. And I was inspired to do a bayou, or what they call a butte, or a bayou out west, a western kind of mountain per se, and of rock formations that we have here in the States, that is unique to the States, I believe. And I went in here, decided to go with just straight up magenta or red, and just kind of did the shadows first, even though I'm just kind of playing with the color as I go along. When you really get to notice it, I just kind of end up playing with the color and playing with the shading and just kind of letting the color in the painting do its own thing. And then I kind of make my tweaks here and there. Not twerks. Oh my goodness. This is going to be a disaster. And so I did my best. I did try to make sure that everything was in the frame and stuff, but it's just so hard when you're painting and you're filming at the same time. And here I decided to go with an outline. It's just another outline layer. It's not really anything to fill it in. It's not really a shading layer. It's just kind of something that another outline, something else. And so I kind of played with the layers here. I kind of played with the colors. I kind of played with the layers, and I just said what I like, what I didn't like, and I was allowing myself to be a little flexible, and I just kind of didn't commit to one thing. I just kind of let things free roam as I go, I've noticed. I'm here playing with the whites and the reds right there. So there I am there. This is my first time seeing this video too, honestly. Narrating as I'm watching it for the first time as well. So I'm kind of seeing what I'm doing as I'm going, and I'm trying to make intelligent conversations as I am watching my own video. I've never done this before. Give me a break. So I go in here with a darker layer, and I try to experiment with the highlights right there, with the highlights and the darker layer, and trying to play around with the colors. Like I said, I've been playing around with the colors there, trying to see what I liked and what I didn't like, and the final result actually looked very, very natural, even though this looks very unnatural. I've decided as I was going along that the more abstract and the more crazier I got and the more I played with the colors, the more natural actually it started to look, and less animated or painting like. And so it really did start to look more natural the more I just said, stopped trying to make it look right and just went with it. So it took some fiddling around. It took some playing with the colors and the layers with the colors there. But I feel like I got the results that I wanted in the end. And so that's what we did. I went in with the bottom, black with the bottom there. It's kind of hard to see it in the frame because I was a little bit out of frame there in the bottom of there, but I did go in with a black a lot on the bottom and trying to look like the mountain was coming out of the abyss. And that was kind of what my viewpoint was, is that I was trying to play with the idea of perhaps the mountain coming out of the abyss or coming from the abyss, this tower coming from the abyss. And the reason why I choose a Paiute or a butte is Native Americans actually believe them being sacred structures, or the Navajos and the Native Americans out west believe that these mountain formations and these mountain structures were very sacred, and it was holy ground, and kind of like that divine connection there. And that's kind of what I was going for with the tower card, is I was trying to capture something that went with my other cards and something that kind of tapped into that divine connection, you know, the connection with the divine. And I felt like, oh my God, this kind of mountain or this kind of rock formation is the best to do as far as connecting with the divine. So here I am, I playing with getting some more yellows. I'm getting some more color in there, and on top of the red, and with a little bit more highlights, and kind of went in with a different brush because I wasn't liking how that small brush was going, and the bigger brush made the process go so much faster. Highlights, 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 highlights. And then it got blurry. Oh no. And then there was a moment, actually, I've actually accidentally stopped recording, and this is what you saw right here, is that I accidentally forgot to hit the record button, and then I started to fill in the sky and the lightning, and I went, oh crap, I forgot to hit the record button. Oh my goodness. And so that's kind of where I am with the filling in the clouds and the lightning. And actually what's interesting about this part of the painting is I didn't really have too many reference photos for lightning storms or the clouds and the lightning. And I've decided that it was really cool to add the lightning and with the bayous and stuff like that, or this mountain formation, even though out west you will never see a lightning storm with this kind of mountain formation ever. This is something that is purely out of an artist's brain or coming to life on canvas. There would never be a lightning storm ever that part of out west, unless there was some sort of hurricane. Probably, I think they call them El Ninos back out west, but they wouldn't have those kind of lightning storms out there. And that's kind of what the final results is. I hope you enjoyed this video, even though it was kind of rambly. Have a good one, everybody. I love you. Kisses, hugs.